just A. Why are we repeating ourselves? If you want to say one, let us say one. If you want to say A, if you want to use A, let us use the article A.
Mrs. Melody Adedoyin is confident in the use of English. She is passionate about success and loves to see the candidates performing.
The aspect we want to start with today is the narrative essay. It is taken from the word what? Narrate. When we say narrative, I just ask you a question that you should tell me what happened in your hostel this morning. So in that case, you are narrating something that is a past event. Thank you.
We have testimonies of success stories from schools and colleges that have patronized our services.
Reverend Dr. Michael Luni, I'm the founder of Epic Schools. Our first contact with SO4I Educational Consultancy was really through one of the books by the leader of the organization, Dr. Oladunjoye. The book Systematic English was introduced to us, I think, through our guidance counseling unit. And then by the time we used the book, we found out that it was a very good book. We invited him to come into the school and fill some gaps, both in terms of teacher training and even the student. The organization has really had a positive impact on the school. It has really affected the performance of the students positively. So I think if I'm going to rate SO4I Educational Consultancy on a scale of 10, I will almost give them 10 because an organization that is always thinking ahead, not resting on its oars. When you meet them today, what you discuss, by the time you meet another time, other ideas have come, and the leadership of the organization is thinking in global terms. They always have fresh ideas. So when you call them for a program this year, by the time they are coming next year, they have fresh ideas that can really move things forward.
Abayomi Oluwatosin Jiboku. I'm not used to sycophanting. I must say, with respect and without being immodest, that I am a very rational human being, highly dispassionate. So what I want to say about this body is not to exaggerate, but to be a bit hyperbolistic. But what I'm saying is nothing and nothing but a rational assessment of this body that is headed by one and only one Dr. Oladunjoye. The Bible says, "Seest thou a man diligent in his work, he shall stand before kings and not before mean men." If an organization is doing well and it's succeeding and it's living up to expectation, we should look at the headship of that organization. So I'm not surprised that that body, SO4I, has been doing very well. In fact, that body has done excellently well for this school, because for the first time in the history of Tado College, we are having good results in English language before, though, but then that of last year, when SO4I intervened, was outstandingly good. All of the students, I think about 120 of them, as large as the number was, passed English language. And the least grade that any of them had, of course, was credit. There were so many A's, A1, A2, A3, with the least grade being a C6. There was not even one pass. And that is to the credit and the commitment of that body to improving the teaching of English language and to inculcating the students the techniques of answering questions. We have started looking at other areas that we think they could come in to still do more for this institution. And good enough, this year, aside doing what they were doing before, that is coming to give some palliative teachings in English language, they have also agreed to setting up our language laboratory, which we are already constructing, and of which, of course, they're going to be totally in charge and do the consultancy work for us. So with this ultra-modern language laboratory, which hopefully we're going to have in the next few months with all the sophisticated gadgets inside it. We will then be able to do much more than we were doing before. That lab, no doubt, will promote the internationality of this organization the more. And so we're likely to have students from all nooks and crannies of Nigeria coming to write their exams in TOEFL, SATs, IELTS, and what have you.
For some of our new teachers, I have really enjoyed today. I have personally gained a great deal from this presentation. I feel that as old as I am, no matter where I go and what I listen to, I can learn something, and I have certainly learnt this afternoon. It has been most helpful, and we hope that this will be the first in a continuing series of opportunities that will grant us to listen to you, to learn from you, to collaborate with you as a group or as a team.
To say a little bit about SO4I, Educational Consultancy. These consultancy have been of tremendous assistance to our school. Before we had the last examination conducted by WAEC, West African Examination Council, and NECO, National Examination Council, the consultancy had training, what I refer to as capacity building for our staff, the language department staff, and for months we had preparative classes for examination for our SS3 students in English language. During the period, the students were exposed to various aspects of English language. And one of those most surprising things that the consultancy promised, that they will give our students opportunity to write essays on about 50 essays. We were thinking this was difficult, but to our surprise, the students wrote these essays. It was marked, and even today there is a book to the credit of the association. There's an English book produced by our staff, and here's a copy of the book. It's a compilation of the essays. Written by these students.
We enjoy and appreciate it. In fact, on the part of the students, when we see that the students are not doing well in English, particularly English, so when the graduate brought in the proposal, I was very happy. So I expect a better performance this year. Although it's cost us much, but we want children to do better. So the part of the teacher that's when we enjoy it, at least most of the teachers are forgotten. This program now will help us to change our method, we improve our method, then we learn more. So it's a very good program. Before we able to continue, I love to me, this program, every good school should be doing it every year for the teachers and the students.
Number one, it's not only in the area of academics, which is the cognitive aspect of our teaching, of our training rather, that we concentrate on. You are expected to excel in academics, and that is why we do screen our teachers before they are absorbed. So at the point of entry, the caliber of teachers we have for them in the area of academics is always very solid.
Yes, it's trying to assist in the regulation of your English teachers. What is your impression about SO4I Educational Consultancy?
Well, I got to know the educational consultancy through the organizer, and I believe since we started together, they've been doing some assignments with our students in the SS class in English language. And since the inception of that program, I could see the nature of the job, that what they are offering the society this time around concerning language education is something that works well.
Everybody has really enjoyed and gained a lot from the lesson.
My favorite. This is one of the letters.
Perfect. I was saying utility about that because history is village, and if there's anybody that is happiest here, I am. I'll tell you why. This is a man, many years ago, I'm talking about the 70s. I never thought something like this would happen. He never thought about history. Nobody knows about the future. And here is future in our hand. Now, I learned English up to the PhD level because I got some encouragement from him. He taught us literature in those days. And when we say teacher, Mr. Sheo is the teacher of teachers.
For more information, we want to suggest you call the following numbers: 080 560 31278, 0825 256 6681. The numbers again: 0825 603 1278, 0825 256 6681. We assure you of high level delivery. Try and see. Thank you.